Hello everyone, my name is Mehul Kumar Bhatt and I'm here to give a presentation on my final project, building a secure API for the subject of information encoding standards to Professor Nitil Shah. So here is my project summary, building a secure ASP.NET Core API and provide a data set with all functionality. Also, I have included a brief video explaining how JWT is used in API security, API demonstration, use of Postman to acquire data, recommendation on choice of authentication method, as well as answers to client questions. So my introduction is, my name is Mehul Kumar Bhatt. I'm currently a student studying Big Data Analytics program at Georgian College and having interest in marketing as well as reading. I am enthusiastic about data interpretation and how to find significant information with the help of data. I have also sizable work experience regarding founding a company and managing it for 8 years in India. So first of all, how JWT works to secure API. This is the image that explains everything, and here we will go into details. The user and the client app first send in the option of sign in. You need to start using the app with your login credentials. Once verified, your application API will generate a JWT token and then sign in using that API secret key. JWT for apps is a compulsion as it provides secure communication and data exchange. The API then will give back the token to the respective client application. After the client app receives the JWT token, it verifies its authenticity. It then uses it subsequently every time without the user sending their personal credentials again. The structure of the JWT token returned by API is then converted into an encoded string. It is divided into various parts and each part has vital data. It will have a header containing information related to the type of the token used. It completely looks for security standards and compliance measures. Now the payload part will have the data which the users want to access. They are generally a combination of standard value pairs. This is a part of JWT which is used in implementing the API. Using the token includes admin permission. There will be normal users who can just review information. Again, there will be users with high access, having access to data editing and issuing of payments. Any type of interaction that takes place through the JWT API platform will have to be first secured with the JWT token. Client applications can decipher or decode the token once they receive it. They will validate the source and then sign in. This step ensures that the content remains unchanged and it is very safe to be used. Now move to the coding part. So we'll move to the Visual Studio. We'll open the identity project here. To go to the home/secret page. Will lead to the login page because we have not registered yet, so we have to go to the register page. Now we register ourselves here. Now email has been sent to our verification. We have received it. You can see the notification here for Papercut. Here we see the verification email that I have received. I verify myself and will reach to the window. Thank you for verifying your email. So we again go to the login page and log in ourselves with the username and password. Then we'll go to the page that we want to go. Secret page. Here we are. With the help of login, we reach to the secret page and we have this two windows used for this. We again go back to the Visual Studio and go to the server to get the code, the token for the authentication. We'll go to the authenticate page and receive the token here. We'll copy it because we are going to need it later in a separate page. Now we go to JWT-IO for the debugging process. We'll copy our token here. Now we can see granny cookie here and every other information from our token that is debugged here. We again go to the Visual Studio and start identity project again to get information regarding register page for its URL, which we require for the Postman part. We copy this URL. Now go to the Postman. We copy this here, and also we have already put authorization in place, and copy this token near bearer. Click send. So now we received 200 OK from Postman, which is querying data. Move again to the presentation. This is the screenshot that I have attached. Now the recommendation, I personally recommend OAuth method due to following reasons: because it is very flexible protocol which relies on SSL, which used to ensure cryptography industry protocol and are being used to keep the data safe. It also allows limited access to the user's data and allows accessing when authorization token expires. It has ability to share data for users without having to release personal information. It is easier to implement and provides stronger authentication. Now let's move to the client question answers. First question from client: how can we transfer personal data securely within their network? So for that, we need to take care of some important things here. So we need to pick a service with end-to-end encryption. We need to double check permission settings because most services allow for a public sharing option, but that means that anyone can, with the right link, can obtain your files. We also need to run audits on your files. Who is accessing them? If a file is no longer needed, remove it from your cloud system entirely. We also have some options like FTP, like FileZilla, Telnet, and WinSP, peer-to-peer platforms like LimeWire, Nutella, and BearShare, cloud services like Dropbox, Box, OneDrive, and iCloud, email service providers like Gmail, Outlook, and Yahoo, and removable storage services like external hard drives and thumb drives. Any of the option can be selected as per the client's requirement. Second question is: what security protocol is best for transferring personal files? I think SFTP, because if a client is looking for a reliable way to transfer large files, a hosted FTP service that supports direct SFTP connections is perfect for their business. One of the advantages of choosing SFTP as your secure file transfer method is that it's firewall friendly. It has single port to connect to the server, and once connection is authenticated, single open port can transfer files faster between the client and the server. There are other options like FTPS, AS2, HTTPS, and MFT, but we'll recommend SFTP. Then the third question is: can we encode and encrypt images? Yes, of course we can. We will need encryption software for that. There are other software providers in the market, like Microsoft provides Windows 7, BitLocker with Windows, as well as Mac provides File Vault. Third-party program is TrueCrypt, which also create a decoy operating system to confuse hackers. Dropbox, PowerFolder, and CloudFogger are online file storage systems that include encryption as part of their data security. Fourth question is like database cannot be moved from the site and we need to be able to access it externally using a secure API. Can you explain the architecture of a secure API? So this image explains the architecture of a secure API. Like app will receive input from users, app will raise a sign-in request to the API, then JWT token will be created by API. Then ultimately app will receive JWT token from API, app will verify it, and then app will move further on confirmation of user data. Fifth question is, can you recommend a secure framework for coding an API? Yes, but it ultimately depends on which programming language client is using. There are some famous tools available in the market like Spring, which is based on Java, Django, which is based on Java, and Django and Flask, which is based on Python, Express, which is based on Node.js, while as Ruby on Rails is depend on Ruby, and the famous one from Amazon, which is AWS API Gateway, which runs on AWS Lambda. All these functions have their pros and cons, but the tool that ultimately chosen should ultimately depend on the needs of the client's application, and we need to make sure that appropriate research has been done before selecting available frameworks and library into the market. Sixth question is, what data interchange format should we use while transferring data between location? Here JSON has like eclipsed XML as the preferred data interchange format because it has some very good functionality and advantages. Like JSON has a de facto format for sending data between web servers and browsers. It has simple design and flexibility, easy to read and understand. It has lack of strict sigma, which enables flexibility format, but sometimes the flexibility make it difficult to ensure that you are reading and writing JSON properly. How should we store our data in many locations? So there are some various services available like cloud storage, external portable hard drive, CDs and Blu-ray disc, USB flash drives, and network attached storage. We recommend cloud storage, but ultimate suggestion is like if you want to back up the data on your PC, then ultimate in safety, choose two systems and use them concurrently, like use an offsite cloud storage service with on-site network attached. Cloud storage services keep their data safe and end-to-end encryption, so they offer free storage space and reasonable fees for additional spaces, so we always suggest cloud storage. What are the ethical concerns related to the transmission of personal data? It has like data security, data protection, and data privacy, because data security is for protecting your data. Data protection is required for information system that has accurate and complete data, and the data has been not lost within the process. And regarding data privacy, it has identifiable information and sensitive information which is not destroyed and finally deleted in digital form or otherwise. Here I'll give my YouTube video link. The conclusion is I have demonstrated a secure API with ASP.NET Core. I have also given JWT authentication. I have recommended it, authorization method, as well as given answers to the client questions. Thank you so much for listening to me.